say a few words. And of course, I do want to thank Anna Dara and her staff, who are the people that organize all the wonderful events and parties in the city of Vaughan. And we really do love to party in our city. We love to celebrate all of the great things that we have and we do in this city. Obviously, for the last number of years, that has been on almost a weekly basis, celebrating one new park after another new park as the city continues to expand faster than virtually every other municipality in Canada. So we're rapidly growing in population and the variety of people who live here, but in a representative of an area where our parks are getting a bit older. I'm trying to remember when this park was built. It was a couple of years after I moved in, just across the street there, across Clark. And I figured around mid-80s when it was first built. But like every really well-used facility, it does get a bit worn. So about 3 years ago, I started talking to our staff, our park development staff, saying it would be really great if we took a really good look at York Hill Park and started to see what we could do to update it, to bring some great new facilities in for both kids and the parents. And lo and behold, here we are today with this fabulous center right here, the second pod behind me, the third pod just over there, new tennis courts, new basketball courts. It's really wonderful to see the revitalization of this park for this community. And I won't tell you what my next plan is. Oh yes, I will. I want a splash pad. I think it would be great to have a great water play place for kids. So that's my next project for this park, folks. It may take a little time, but I'm pretty persistent when it comes to these things. So let's talk a little bit about this park and what we've done here. First of all, we need to thank our generous benefactors. We received $50,000 from the federal government's Enabling Accessibility Fund, and you'll see some of the components of that, especially the safe and accessible format of the rubber pads. We have accessible swings that are in the park, a lot of other things that relate to accessibility. We also received $45,000 from the Ontario Tire Stewardship Community Renewal Fund. Now, you know when you get old tires and you're looking for a place to get rid of them? Well, if you get them to the right place, what happens is they get all mashed up and they come back, I think, don't they? They come back eventually as donations into things like this. So it's terrific that we're able to get some funds that way. So the issues here are safety, accessibility, facilities for all ages of kids. They're all part of our plan in building this park. Just to give you some insight about how much of this we do in our city. We have over 230 sports fields and more than 200 playgrounds in the city of Vaughan. We have more than 1,000 hectares of developed parks and open space land within the city of Vaughan. That's phenomenal by any standard. We have 17 splash pads. We have 17 splash pads, soon to be another one around the city. We have 8 skateboard parks. It's another thing that young people really love to use. The standards of our park, what we have before us today, new, is what we do in all of our new parks. Incredibly high quality standards, fabulous equipment. Again, talking about renewal and what we like to do in our city, the community center just over there behind me is starting the process of its renewal, and we're looking forward in the next few years of a completely revitalized Garnet Williams Community Center. Okay, I think, why do we do all this? Why do we do all this? We do it because we believe healthiness is really a very much part of our community. Recreation is a very important part of that healthy community. Places like this provide an opportunity for healthy living, family living, all those, I think, great components of what makes a great city. Finally, I do want to thank people for their involvement with this project. Obviously, our parks development people who worked so hard in developing the plan, talking to community members, getting feedback, working with the contractor. Our contractor is here today, Cameron Scott. So thank him for the great work that he did with his crews. And finally, thank you all. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for taking part and enjoying our parks. Have a wonderful day. And as I leave, I'm going to introduce our Member of Parliament, Peter Kemp.